They gone to look at that candy?
She's been eating it, and she's picky too.
Well, it's thick. I tried to give her a fan piece. She said no.
She'll eat on it.
You got that thing on?
Yes, sir. You want to sit by me?
Hey, you know. Babies are hot natured.
I had him some warm stuff to wear, and I finally just put it just on him. Because he was.
It's hot.
Yeah. I didn't
So how old are you now, Papa?
86.
You born what, 1921?
1922.
2.
Huh.
And I lived here on this land. I'm born and raised on this land. Never was off of it but 2 years. That's when I was in service.
Really?
And
your daddy grew cotton here?
and we grew crops up to a few years ago. Quit growing row crops and put them pasture, grew cattle. I was born and raised here, and I hope to die here. I tell you, the grass ain't no greener over the hill.
That's right.
You may think it is, but it ain't.
No. This looks like a good place to grow up and raise a family. That's what y'all did, huh? Y'all built this house?
48.
And we have
on the porch out there.
our niggers here, old teal and green.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think neither one of us elevator didn't get quite to the top, you know. But they stayed here so long because us youngers thought we skinned to them.
Really?
Yeah, we was raised up under them, you know.
Would they help around the house?
That's
Pick
kind of
crops?
hands, you know.
Uh-huh.
They didn't have to do much around the house.
Huh?
He said that they help around the house.
Oh yeah, they do.
His
anything.
mama, the baby,
She was a worker?
was she a worker?
Well, you grew up right in the middle of the Depression then.
Right in the middle of it. I grew up in the Depression.
How was that?
You see, that Depression, the stock market crashed in 29. The worst of it was in the 30s, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's right in my prime of life.
So your daddy just grew crops, they didn't do anything else, huh?
Just grew crops.
And cotton was the primary?
Cotton and corn. And cotton was the only thing you could get any money out of.
Really?
That's what he did. Was he a sharecropper, or he just
No, he owned it.
he owned it?
Now, did his daddy own this land?
Huh?
Who did he
No,
get this land from?
Probably both this land.
Huh. Where did he come from?
Wayne County.
Huh. So what do you remember about the Depression?
I don't remember never going hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And they're raggedy. We didn't go to school raggedy, but when we got home from school, we put them rags back home.
No, yeah.
Yeah, a few nice outfits, and that was it, huh?
Y'all had a garden, raised your own food?
We raised everything we eat: hogs, chickens, milk,
Goats.
Did y'all drink goat milk and cow milk, or just cow
just
milk?
cow milk. I milked
What
enough
y'all use
milk
the
for a
goats
whole
for?
battleship.
That's funny.
Didn't y'all raise goats?
Yeah, we had goats for a long time. We'd kill a goat once in a while.
You grew up in that house over there where Richard
Right
is
there.
now?
Right there in that house, right there.
And that was where Richard's...
Well, yeah, that's where we did.
That's where that old house was. That house there.
It's where Richard lives now?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, that's not the same house. That's the same location.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right up there where Richard's house is. That's where that old house
It was a
is.
little further to the road.
Is that the one we went and saw
This
that time
one
before
was.
they tore it down?
Now did Teal and Green live on the place?
Yeah.
They had a little house somewhere else, or?
Right up in the end of this, where this patch is here, this field here, they was a house.
Really?
There's an old pump stand up there yet. They was a house there, and they lived there a while. And you know, there's another house down there below Richards, we call it the William House.
Yeah, that's the
They
one
lived
that's still
a
there.
while.
Yeah, it's falling down.
Now they lived in the William house
Yeah.
for a while? I guess the Williams lived there before they did, huh?
No, the Williams, they
Nick and William lived there.
lived there, but they did the last of them that lived there.
Now that thing was probably built, when was that built, you think?
God, I don't know.
It was there when you were a kid? Been there a long time. How many people lived up in there? Just Teal and Green, or did they have kids with them?
No, Teal and Green lived there, and William, him lived there, and Dan Moles lived there one time. There was a lot of tenant hands lived there.
Do they have?
Same as that little house that's set up here.
Do they?
So did your daddy, he pay them with money, or did he pay them with a share of the crop, or how did
The Green, Teal and Green.
yeah.
Yeah, honey.
Just had it.
Yeah. Did they get their own little bale of cotton, or did they
Yeah.
get paid?
Yeah.
There it is.
And one time there's a little crib set way out in the field. We had dry peas in that crib. Part of them was stacked up, part of them was spread out. And we whooping them peas out. You got them out there and just cut the stick and whoop that stack from them. You whoop them out, you know. And old Teal was sitting right flat on the ground. And a rat run out of one of the sack and run right up her dress.
Well, good. Yeah, they're gonna be there.
That nigger woman just turned over sideways and squealed, you know.
What, Emma?
Paul
I don't
said,
like me.
boy, that rat had a nerve on him, didn't he, Green?
Who?
Green said he sure did.
Who, Emma? Don't like who?
To go up Teal's dress, you know.
Yeah.
Emma. I don't know. I don't think you're being nice.
I remember you telling me one time about the,
She said Emma.
yeah, he
Maybe there's a little girl in her class.
put his
named
suit
Kate.
and his watch on him and sent him down to
Kate.
church. He needed some help.
Emma,
with the crop.
that's not nice.
You remember that one?
How's that?
She's nice to you. She's nice.
I remember you telling me one
She
time
is.
that he needed some help picking cotton. So he took Green and put his good suit on him and his nice watch. He said, now I want you to go down there where you go to church, and if anybody asks you, tell them you work for George Trigg.
Yeah.
So come next week, he had plenty of help picking cotton.
Ed done forgot a lot of them stories. I imagine. I don't know. Did he tell you that?
Yeah, you told me that story before.
Well, yeah, Paul said Green, Bethlehem down there with a pocket full of money. And Paul said, now Green, don't you give none of this money away, you just show it around.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And the next week we had plenty of niggers here that had to pick cotton.
That's funny.
You know, in the Depression, sugar was rationed. Shoes, you couldn't buy rubber. You couldn't buy tires. Oh, it was something. Everybody was allotted so many coupons, and it depended on how big your family was.
Oh my goodness.
And I was, what, 5 years old? I just don't remember a lot about it except the shoes. You know, we had to hand the shoes down. And
Yeah. Paul bought a pair of shoes for baby George. He outgrew them, had them on down to Herschel. And Herschel had them on down to me. And I had them on down to Rat, and then James was the last of them, you know, and the shoes give out on him, you know. And Pa said, "I'll be damned if you ain't rough on the shoes."
They stapled together.
Oh my goodness.
The soles.
Wow, that is something. Yeah, my grandma said when she grew up, during the week they didn't drink nothing but water, because that's all they could afford. They had 5 kids, and only on Sunday they had tea, and it was like a real big deal. Is that how y'all did?
Boy, I remember that iced tea was a treat.
And ice was just as clear as diamonds, you know.
But now,
Cold.
I don't never remember going hungry. We had plenty to eat.
Yeah, this make
But y'all drank water pretty much most of the time, or?
Well, we drank water some, and but we drank milk, you know.
With supper too?
We'd have tea on Sunday.
That's what my grandma said.
That's the way it was with us.
That is something else.
Now you grew up not too far from here, huh?
Yeah, 6
About
miles.
5 or 6 miles.
6 miles. Ed registered it. Dirt roads.
Yep, all this was back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You remember when 49 came through? When was that?
Yeah.
It was a dirt road before they paved it. And then,
It was an old highway that went through Sanford.
Mhm.
And then they built the southbound lane, you know, and took them how many years to build that? Going ahead to 49. Well, then when Linda finished school and was starting the Jones, they was built in 589. Now, see, you don't remember that. You wasn't even born. But Ed had to take her on the tractor up to the crossroads to meet somebody that was picking them up to get on the bus in Seminary to go to Jones. And Ed told her, said, you have to stay over there a little while. She didn't like it. She hated it. She said, you can't study in them dorms. So in 6 weeks, she moved home.
now y'all probably, when y'all were kids, y'all remember talking to any elderly people that were in the Civil War? Probably a little bit of overlap there.
You don't think about stuff like that, Eric, till you're older. You know
Yeah,
that?
like what we're
Yeah.
doing now, huh?
Well, you really don't. I mean, Ed probably never thought about that. And right now, when I talk to my sister, she'll say, I wish I had asked Mama. And I said, I know, there's so many more things I could have had Mama to explain, you know?
Yeah.
And she lived through a lot. When was she born?
1996, was it?
1896.
I mean 18. And your mama? 1886, 96, and Mama 98, wasn't it? Your mama was 2 years older than my mama.
Yeah, my great grandma on my mama's side, she was born in 1901. And so that I guess y'all's was a little bit older than my great grandma.
Yeah.
So did y'all meet in high school?
No,
How
Y'all
y'all
probably
meet?
met as children, huh?
no, I never did know nobody.
Even
We
6
went to
miles down the
Sanford.
road?
No, nobody didn't know nobody. It was seminary, and we wasn't allowed to go to Sanford. We worked 6 days a week,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Y'all were working, y'all were busy.
And then we went to church on Sunday. And once in a while we'd get the mule wagon, you know, and be 7 or 8 of us in that wagon.
So you went to school and came straight home and went to work?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And me and my sister, Frances, we walked home from school. If we didn't stay at home and wash that morning, well, we went to school and come home at noon, walked home and washed in the evening. It was a big family. Mama was always pregnant, you know, every 2 years.
Well, how did you wind up getting to play basketball then?
You know, my daddy wouldn't let me not play. I played 4 years.
Well,
I mean, main forward.
good times, huh?
Did you enjoy it? You liked it?
Oh, I loved it. I don't believe I'm gonna have a young one. I think you all would have been in sports.
Yeah.
if your mama would've, that was a lot of trouble. Hauling you back and forth and, you know. But,
It is a lot of trouble.
we practiced at school and we had a dirt court.
Huh, you played in the dirt.
Yeah. Wide open. I could stand on the center line and hit the goal. Ed can tell you, but he didn't care for that.
Too much of ball.
He probably rather I'd been out of that, off that court.
Well, how old were y'all when y'all met?
I was about 16. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you went in service. You was 20?
Yeah.
So y'all had met before you went to
I
service.
went in service when I was 20. And stayed in service a little over 2 years. And come out and me and her got married then.
So you were 18?
First of 45, March of 45.
Yeah. Yeah. Now tell them how we met. Boy, that was an ordeal.
I want to hear.
Well, me and two more old boys are just kind of roaming around. You know, didn't
On
none one of
Sunday
us have
night.
a girlfriend. We just looking around, you know.
Uh-huh.
All right, we passed that Sanford Church down there and we stopped. And they were standing up or singing. And I seen her behind before I ever seen her face. And I decided I'd hit her up for a date, you know.
Uh-huh. So what, you go up in the church?
No, we let them get home, go home,
You stood outside.
and
That's a good place to pick up girls, go to church.
yeah.
So when you came up there, how'd you see them so good? Was it an open church? Was it like an open tent, or was it a building?
Church, what?
You said you saw 'em when y'all came by. I mean, how
Yeah.
did you see her so good? You seen them
It was
standing
just a
up?
big old church, the doors were
standing
open
out
and
in front.
everything.
Oh,
We
okay.
stopped, you know.
It
and
was a
just-
commissary. A big two-story building. Wasn't it, Ed?
yeah.
Anyway, they got the balcony now. It's beautiful in that church.
Huh.
And
So y'all let them go home, and then what happened?
J.L. Lott he went in there first, when they went in the room, when they got home, you know, when they was home.
Uh-huh.
He went in there first.
knocked on the door.
At y'all's house?
Then finally me and Lee Earl Bonds, we decided, now Lee Earl knew him, but me and J.L. didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Lee Earl lived on our place, his daddy, George Bonds. And I knew Lee Earl. And they come in, and you know, they just sat there and looked at one another and laughed.
And we laughed at old Jake, you know.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought you was laughing at me. I said something. And JL couldn't wait till they left. When they did decide to leave, they just sat there and giggled, and I could have shot Lee Earl. I knew him, you know. I mean, we'd worked together in the fields, you know. But when they went out, J.L. Lott couldn't wait to ask me for a date.
And he did?
Yeah, he did. I didn't date him.
You told him no.
I told him no. And they went on, and then I don't know how Clarence Davis knew it. He come to the house. This man right over here. And I had heard about him, but he just come up on the porch and asked me if I could come out and sit down in his truck with him. But I told him no, I had plans, I couldn't go with him. I was scared of him. It's just, you know.
Yeah.
But then Ed didn't come back or call me or something. No, you come back. And you Lee Earl wasn't dating me, was he? I
did
mean,
a few times before I went to
JL.
service, you know.
Oh, yeah. We went to Camp Shelby and to the depot and me and your mom and daddy.
I was in service then.
I know, but I went with them when they carried you. Now, he had a brother. He could have got me into trouble if I hadn't been scared, you know. That baby George, he stopped at a joint one night and Ed was in service and picked up some women. No, Ed was home, wasn't you, Ed? Yeah. We stopped at this honky tonk and I ain't never been in nothing, you know.
Uh-huh.
My daddy'd kill me.
Oh, baby George was just like a bull in a pasture.
In a china shop.
Mhm.
He picked up anyway, he picked up 2 girls. So when they carried me home, Ed would have a girl.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's what he done. And he drank and he turned up there on the Trigg Road and let his lights turn toward his daddy's and then he could head back toward Hattiesburg. His daddy thought he was coming home. And friendly, he was friendly.
He was a smooth talker.
Well, he's just lots of fun, you know. We just get tickled seeing him come. But you know, then we lived out yonder in them 2 rooms a year after we left his mom and daddy.
Now, did y'all
Yeah.
get married before you went to service?
Oh,
you
I,
got- No.
come out.
But y'all were already dating and making plans before?
No, we was just dating, we wasn't making no plans.
Well, Ed wrote me a letter, and I wish to this day I'd have kept it. You know.
Yeah. What did it say?
Well, he said if I would come to El Paso, we'd get married over there. And I let Mom and Dad read it, and they said, "No way are you going to Texas."
So you went, when you were 20, you went to Camp Shelby, and then
Yeah.
they shipped you to El Paso.
Well, I went to Camp Tyson, Tennessee for my basic training, and then from there to El Paso, Fort Bliss, Texas. And I got in the headquarters group down there and stayed there about 15 months. And moved to Camp Maxey, Texas, up there close to Paris, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I was discharged.
So what? You only did 2 years and then was discharged. Why was that?
Well, the war was winding down.
Oh, really?
See if I'll get in there. That ain't gonna work. Hello, Eric.
I wish you could hear Paul tell about a few things over in Wayne County when he was growing up.
Oh, yeah?
That was back in the horse and buggy days, you know, and he said it was around Christmas time. And everybody was coming to town, you know, around Christmas, you know. And he said there was horses and buggies tied and saddle horses tied all over town, you know.
Yeah.
Some fellas had a meat market there and an old dog kept getting in there, you know, and they caught that dog and tied a Roman camel up under him, strapped it on him and let it point out between his legs, and they lit it. And Paul said every time that thing would shoot, that dog would change directions, you know. He made every horse in Wayne break a loose. But you know, them was good days back then. We just didn't know it.
Hey, you had Y'all had cars when you were a kid, huh? Didn't y'all have an old Model T?
Yeah.
Model A?
By himself.
He will.
It was a Model A.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing you
No,
talk
no,
about
no,
that. You know.
Emma, stop. Trying to get this.
Have y'all heard the weather news this morning?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain all day.
You dang sure
No.
ain't
Why'd you mess with that, baby? I had it
Because
set.
I want to get it more on eye level. There we go.
Paul kept Green, he dipped snuff, but he couldn't give, he'd bite a snuff up ahead, but he couldn't give it all to Green at one time because he'd give it away.
Green would give it away?
Yeah, and he'd give him a box at a time, and you couldn't even get a dip from him if he just had one box. And he brought that snuff up ahead, you know, and when Green needed the box, he just called for it, you know. And they'd give him a box, you know.
Yeah,
And,
that's better. There you go. Leave it alone. Come over here.
One time, Green needed a box of snuff. He told Mom he needed a box of snuff. And Mom said, Green, if you spell snuff for me, then I'll give you a box.
He does, you know, he's good about that.
Well, Green couldn't do it.
Yeah, he's
He went out there and asked Teal, could she spell it? Teal couldn't either, you know. And Green said, but it seemed to me like it ought to start with an O. Now, he didn't have no education, none whatsoever, none.
Come over here.
Ed, tell him about y'all grew potatoes and carried them in the mule wagon and took wood.
Oh,
He wants to know
yeah.
all about the
Yeah, I want to hear about all that.
depression.
We growed sweet potatoes, big patch of them, and you had an old tater house down on the side of the hill, and had it dug down. About as much of it was on the ground as it was on top of the ground, you know. We haul them sweet potatoes in there by the wagon load. Then we break up straw and cover them up, so we wouldn't freeze.
Right.
We had potatoes there all year. We lived off the land back then. You didn't go to the store for nothing.
And you know, it was 6 boys.
You know, they had a big appetite too.
Oh,
Growing boys.
Just like feeding the army.
Yeah.
it's just like her and Mama was just alike, and Pam's was that long.
Mm.
And that was a pan of bread for dinner and a pan for supper. Never did they complain.
Now you had, how many brothers and sisters you had?
11, 10.
Oh.
One died when it was born. But see, I got 3 sisters dead now.
Yeah.
And my sister in Florida now has got, she had 119 staples, breast cancer. They took her breast off.
Yeah.
And she's under me. Now November the 3rd, she was 80 years old. 81. And she hadn't started chemo. I don't know if she's going to be able to or not. But anyway, it had spread.
Mhm.
But then Herman died with a cancer, with a heart attack. Nettie, his wife, you know, died with a heart attack. Joey died with a heart attack. Sure, they died, I guess, with cancer or medicine from
And Jeanette
arthritis.
did too.
And Jeanette died with cancer.
That's all your sisters and brothers. Let's see, you had. How many sisters
I
and how
got a
many
sister
brothers?
older than me, it's got Alzheimer's. She married the Italian, you know. And she's 88. Let's see. Yeah, she's 88. She'll be 89 in April. And she's sitting there. just sitting in her home, clean as she can be. Her children's taking care of her. They got hired help part of the time, but then her grandson stays with her at night. And them two girls bathe her. She's so clean and don't know nothing. I mean,
Now, what did your daddy? Did he just grow crops? That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
what he did for a living too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Did they have that land? Was it his daddy's or he?
it was
bought
his.
it? He bought it and
So
moved
he
there?
owned it too, huh? Your daddy owned it.
Yeah, he owned it, but you know, when Thomas and Bennett and them was growing up,
Mhm.
well, he just he just weren't a manager, and he wouldn't listen to Mama. Mama was a good manager,
Mhm.
but he would not listen. He was whole soul boss. Most of them are, you know.
Mhm.
And but he lost it. Thomas went to the oil field and worked and redeemed it. And Daddy died when he was 70,
What did he die from?
emphysema.
Mm.
Ed's got a touch of that. Bronchitis.
When I first got this telephone, you know, down there, I called down there. And he answered the phone, and I said, "Where you at?" He said, "I'm at home." You could hear him.
He turned the talk in the
Had
right
it bottom side upwards.
Oh.
But then Mama come up here. And you know, Mama lived 25 years, wasn't it, after he died? But anyway, they loved to watch television. And it'd be westerns and stuff, you know. And they couldn't keep up with it. Daddy couldn't keep up with what was happening.
Yeah, we was looking at the western, you know, and to wind up of the show, this girl got in the buggy with down her left, you know. Well, but they started a new show, you know.
And he couldn't keep
And
the
this
two separate.
started, he come out, he was looking around, that was a brand new show. And he said, "Well, if you looking for that woman, she got the buggy with that on her left."
I'm telling you, it was something.
That's pretty much the main show they had back then was westerns, huh?
Yeah, it just, and two, was it Amos? What was it? Mama
Amos and
liked?
Andy.
Amos and Andy, and whatever Ed watched, him and Mama would watch it, you know. That helped me sometimes, you know, and Ed would keep her, but she understood it pretty good,
Yeah.
you know, but he couldn't make out nothing. One time, when Ed's mama got her phone, what was it Pa said? Oh, that she talked
Paul,
to them
Mom
people.
was talking to one of her sisters or something, you know, and Paul could just hear her side of it, you know.
Oh, Lord.
Make Paul said, "That's the damnedest fool talk I ever heard."
None of it make no sense.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness alive.
But me and Miss Rosie was watching the TV, and Muhammad Ali, you know how he'd pop off, you know,
Oh yeah.
and he was fixing to fight, and, you know, and he made him popping off, you know, boasting. Miss Rosie said, "Well, if that nigger wasn't on these, he'll be it."
You what word a bit about fight.
Wasn't on these, he'll be it.
Did you ever watch that? Was it The Life of Riley? Wasn't there a show called The Life of Riley?
Yeah, it was just all kind of shows that I wish, you know. Now I got one. Was it Red River? that Kobe's got it. But now it was a dog, a red.
Where the red fern grows.
Yeah, where the red fern grows. Now he's got that over there, and all your children would love that. And see now he's not too long ago he told me he looked at that, but see Morgan's done tired of that. But I just let them carry it to their house, but that was such a good movie for them. And you know Amos and Andy, and what was that fox?
The fox and the hound.
Amos and Red Fox. You know he plays on that.
Oh yeah.
Him and his son.
Oh, yeah.
What in the world? I can't think of the name of that.
Sanford and Son.
Yeah. You know it still comes on.
Yeah, rerun.
Yeah. They joke, my daddy's new wife jokes with him about that. You know, she tells him that's how their place is going to look if he keeps bringing stuff up there. They got all that stuff everywhere.
Yeah. And I'm telling you.
So what did y'all grow down there? Did y'all grow cotton too?
Cotton
I
and
guess
That
that
was
corn
about the same thing we grew.
and cane.
There wasn't no money in nothing but cotton.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
very
telling you.
little in that.
We'd get through with our fields and go and work for the neighbors. And we had there's a drove of us, and we worked for 50 cents a day.
50 cents a day.
And Mama'd make our dresses. We had 2 dresses.
A work dress and a Sunday dress?
No, to wear to school.
Oh.
When we come in, I hated to come home because we had to head to the cotton patch.
Mm-hmm.
Is that primarily what the summer break was for? It's
Oh yeah,
for working?
we
Picking
was
cotton?
scrubbing, sweeping yards. We didn't have grass. You know,
You had to sweep it to keep the grass from coming in.
and
Yeah.
Paula wanted to stay out in the yard all the time and sweep, and she didn't want to be in the house. And every Sunday we'd have a good dinner, you know. Wouldn't be just a big pot of soup and stuff like that. Big pies and a pot of dumplings and, you know, roast. And we canned when we killed hogs.
Uh-huh.
Mama took lard cans and they'd cut up roast and put ham in it, all kind of roasted meat, and pour that grease over it, and when it got cold, she could just take it out, grease and all, you know, and put it in the oven. And when we canned, we had to can in half-gallon jars in a wash pots. If I was 2 or 3 wash pots, I don't remember.
Now, did y'all have a vehicle when you were a kid?
No, not, how old was I when we got a vehicle?
I don't know.
We rode the mule wagon. I was little, to Grandpa Davis's, and the mule wagon would, there were several of us children in, 5 or 6, I reckon, cross the streams from here to Bassville. Just woods and all, you know.
Hi, baby.
What kind of vehicle was the first one y'all got?
Honey, I didn't even pay that no mind, I don't know. I know one time we had a truck, cause some of us stood up in the back to go to church every Sunday,
Yeah.
you know, it's better.
Yeah.
But we didn't have church every Sunday like we do now.
Really?
See, I told you. I think I've heard that before. Didn't y'all cancel church to be able to work in the fields?
No.
Seems like that's what I've
no.
heard or something.
They'd turn out of school, we wouldn't start school, you know, like for 2 or 3 weeks, till the farmers got some of their stuff together.
Yeah.
So how come you didn't have service every Sunday?
Nobody did. And the preacher'd go from church to church, I guess. The one we had when I was growing up was from Louisiana, Jim Steer.
Huh.
I remember we did have church every other Sunday.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't pay a preacher every Sunday.
Okay, y'all paid him.
Huh?
Y'all just paid the preacher direct, or did y'all pay tithes, or what?
Sometimes they'd get syrup, I imagine, and corn. and
Oh, y'all
stuff.
paid them in goods.
And potatoes.
Oh, wow.
We was in church over there one time, and we had a missionary. And he spoke broken English. You couldn't hardly understand nothing he said, you know. I mean, you had to stay tuned into it to know what he said. And me and Paul was sitting about 2 or 3 feet from the back down, you know.
Mhm.
Reckon Paul looked around at me and he said, I don't know a damn word that fella's saying. I was in church, you know. And the fella sat next to us got so tickled he had to get up and get out. And Paul said, I don't know a damn word that fella's saying.
I used to. Oh, that's gonna be good.
So how long after y'all, when you got back from the service, y'all got married pretty much right off?
Yeah.
And then you came over here and started building this house?
I come out first before 5 there, you know, and got married in March.
And y'all lived in the barn?
Well, we lived up at Paul's for a little while, and I built this 2-room thing out there and lived in it till I could build this house
How long did y'all live in there?
out there.
In the
About a year. You see, I built this house mostly myself. I just had the blocks laid, and of course I hope to do that too. And the roof put on,
Mhm.
and I went from there. I've done the
And
rest
finished
of
it
it.
out, huh?
Yeah.
So y'all
It took
didn't
me a
have,
long time, but when I got through, I didn't owe nobody.
how long did it take you?
Oh, I worked on it a long time. You know, but
Yeah, I cook. Now that I'm home, I cook a lot more.
it was in 48, and we moved in it in 48. We moved in this house in 48.
Hmm. Now, did y'all have Uncle Richard when y'all were over there?
Yeah.
So y'all had him as a baby.
was born while we was in that little house. We already had Richard, so he was born up in Paul's, you know.
Oh, really? So y'all had Uncle Richard when you were living
Yeah.
at your dad's, and then you had Aunt Linda over here? So you had 2 kids in there.
You won't get hurt now.
And
Up in them bar stools.
Now, did y'all actually have them there, or do you have them in the hospital and bring them
no,
home?
they had him
Come on.
in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
I just show you how things went. When Richard was born, it didn't cost me but $80. Doctor bill and hospital bill.
He is right in the middle of them.
Yeah, things have changed.
Well, when Linda come along, it cost me $200. When Mike come along, it cost me well over $500. What would a young one cost you now if they had it in the hospital?
Well, if you include what insurance paid and everything, Eli cost us about $10,000.
See that?
Yep. So my daddy was born, you brought him home here.
Yeah.
Is this the stuff that went on on top of the dresser and
Y'all been living in this house like
Just 48.
60 years. Been a good one.
And here's.
I've got the best house in the country.
Sweet potatoes, so good.
Low maintenance on it, you know,
Baked
Oh,
sweet
yeah.
Well built.
well built.
Well,
Now, buddy,
well,
Ain't
I'm
nothing
not
shabby
really
about it.
interested in a little bit of control stuff here.
And
So
well,
did you,
what I thought, now
You
this-
grow
This is some brown butter beans. I think
cotton
this
here
is-
too, or did you just start with cow?
yeah, I grew
And
cotton a while.
I'm out of chicken strips and
Oh.
all kind of quick stuff, but I told him, I said, it don't matter
That's
to them.
plenty, that is.
Well, how much land do you have here?
Huh?
How much land is here?
Yeah, I'm
Did I have? Oh,
Yes, me 4 o'clock.
I had about 180. I started out with about 180 acres. And, you see, my daddy, he had 220 acres at one time.
Mhm.
Well, he let Herschel have 36 acres.
Right.
Well, I wound up with the rest of it
Okay.
Did you hear that? Yeah, my mom has macaroni
Till
and
I-
cheese.
You like that?
let my 11 Richard have 40 acres apiece.